How you doing? And thanks for tuning in to the What the Hell podcast. This podcast is dedicated to those things that drive you nuts and annoy you and just make you say, "What the hell?" Come on in. Let's get this thing started. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell? How the fuck are you? Welcome to another edition of the What the Hell podcast, the show about all those things that drive you nuts and annoy you. But we already covered that. I am one of your hosts, Sean. With me, as always, man of many books.
Yes, I am man of many books.
I don't know if we should call you Push Broom of many books. Just going back to a couple episodes ago.
We're starting out hot.
I don't know. It sounds okay to me.
Man of singular push broom.
That was good. Got to give him points for that. And
hey,
of course,
hey, hold on. You haven't seen me naked.
I was about to say, does the carpet match the drapes there, bud?
And then,
oh god,
then came the
hot start. I love it.
Oh, where's the laughter? And Miss Peanut Gallery coming out of the gates hot, launching missiles,
immediately followed by regret.
I regret nothing.
I wasn't talking about you.
And with us on camera, as always, the magnificent jackass.
I am Jason Waterfalls.
That's very true.
Which
So
I do support that that piece of advice that they have in the song. Don't go, Jason Waterfalls.
I was just about to tell Lynn that.
Don't go.
Don't go, Jason Waterfalls.
Don't go.
She's gonna say that now every time you leave the house without her.
Meanwhile, everybody else is going, please go, Jason Waterfalls.
That's accurate.
There we go.
That is very accurate.
Oh. Housekeeping. For fuck's sake, we're going to keep bugging you till you do it. Please go rate, like, subscribe, download the podcast, tell your friends. We're inching close to 10,000 downloads. We're getting there. It's coming, but can't do that without y'all's help. So, hey, let us know.
Bunch of lazy twats.
There it is.
Yeah, that's a great way to get more.
Constructive criticism, feedback. If you just want to email us and tell Jason to stop calling you a lazy twat, the email address is whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com.
I mean, it's probably not going to work, but you can try.
It is, but I'll chastise him for you. We're not big enough to be like belittling our audience.
That wasn't belittling.
He said it with love.
Huh.
God.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. How's your week been? What's been going on? Let's start with that magnificent jackass. How's your week?
My week is big, magnificent. I want the bouncing ball.
Take 5.
Anemone. Anemone.
Oh,
All my enemies are sea enemies.
I haven't heard that in years.
If someone says enemy one more time, I'm going to start singing Green Day's Do You Know Your Enemy?
Misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy.
Shenanigans.
I swear to God, if someone says
Shenanigans.
that stupid restaurant one more time, I'm going to pistol whip them.
What's
Hey,
that
Farva.
you go to?
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that crazy restaurant with all the goofy shit on the wall?
You mean shenanigans?
Oh.
Yeah.
God. So I think you were trying to say you had a good week.
That's been all right.
Been all right?
I mean, I'm still here, so, you win some, you lose some.
That's a good point.
Well, apparently you don't want him to go Jason Waterfalls.
I do not want you to go Jason Waterfalls.
Yeah. That's probably convenient then.
And as she goes, I'm in Ohio. I have nowhere to go.
Ooh,
Well, that's also true.
yeah, yeah. Push broom of many books. How's your week been?
You know, my week's been fine, standard run of the mill. But I
Ew.
did what I did want to open up a conversation before we get into the topic, which kind of relates to the topic. Jason will know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you've heard about this, Sean. You might have. So, an embarrassing story. This didn't happen to me personally. So, if I was like a billionaire CEO of a company and it came out that from 2006 to 2022, I was using company funds to cover up my affairs and then got called on the carpet by my board of directors and effectively had to retire. And then today I had to forfeit all my stock. Like
Oh, I
that
didn't
would
hear
be
that part.
that would be
Hear about the stock.
super embarrassing for me.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, for that kind of money, you can pay someone else to be embarrassed for you.
I don't know. After losing all the stock, I don't know. I mean, is he
Fair
a
enough.
billionaire anymore?
Ah, fair
I-
question.
He might not be. Question is
Jesus.
is this motherfucker gonna go to prison?
Oh, never. There's no way.
I don't know.
Too much money to go to prison?
The feds are on him now.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Interesting.
bro, fucked
Well,
up.
the federal government never mismanages anything, so.
Yeah, that's true.
You shut your filthy mouth when you're speaking blasphemy. God.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that should for, I mean, for whatever reason, you know, the thing that always makes me laugh about that is the amount of times that it happens that like some billionaires don't like learn the lesson. Like, okay, you
Maybe I should
gotta,
not do that.
which it's not like a rare chance anymore. You got a decent shot of getting caught, getting, you know,
It's not
Slap-
if.
slapped with whatever.
These days, it's not if, it's when.
Jesus.
It's not like before you had to hire the PI who had to go take the pictures and then take them to Walgreens to get developed and blown up. Now it's, oh, look, I can share this with my client fucking instantly and the rest of the world on top of it.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Well, there's also a better system of checks and balances.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, karma's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah.
can be.
Speaking of like almost billionaires, I don't know if he is a billionaire, but then again, he was an oil guy, so he probably is. Did you guys see the stuff with Jerry Jones?
No.
I saw some kind of headline on it and I just like, yeah, I don't even fucking care anymore.
Oh, boy.
He's probably still a zillionaire.
Yeah. He used the word midget and just got
Oh, dear.
roasted for it.
Yeah, you can't use that. That's not a nice word.
Yeah. They don't like that.
They
Not
do
so much.
not.
So yeah, that's been my week, watching billionaires just shit the bed.
Oh, better them than me. They have more money to do it.
Yeah, they can get new sheets pretty easy.
They have someone to change their sheets.
That's true.
Like, you know what? I don't even want this mattress anymore.
Just burn it.
Or the house that it's in.
Get me the new sleep number.
Burn it all.
Oh, somebody marked up the floor. It's time to buy a new house.
Right. My week has been about normal, pretty good. Working, doing the thing. Got our new merch in right there, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Looks pretty good. I'll be getting those in the mail to you. I think Jordan's working on shirts. She didn't have the equipment to do the hats, so I had the hats outsourced to a company here in Round Rock. Got a test run to see how they went. I think they came out pretty damn good.
They didn't do too bad with the gradient, which, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
it's
I don't know.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, like I was telling TJ before you joined, I mean, you look at it here, it just looks like the logo. If you get really close, then you can see, you know, the delineation between the colors. But to TJ's point, who's going to look at your hat like this?
Somebody who has personal space issues.
Yeah, like
I was gonna say, I don't want anybody that close to me anyway.
Yeah.
You were a little uncomfortable, even though it's only video.
Yeah, a little bit.
You were starting to get a little weirded out by that.
I was about to say, I mean, you got a couple loose ones in here. You might want to
You can't watch that scene in Ace Ventura when he's going through the pool ever again because you're haunted. TJ's trying to remember. He does the same thing. He gets up close to the camera where he's looking inside the drain, and he does kind of what I just did.
On the bottom of the pool. God, I used to watch that movie.
Yeah,
all
that.
the time.
Jason's scared. He may be traumatized. he may be
He's still here.
But yes, good week. Nothing really to complain about, and he's off camera. Look at him.
Bye, Jason.
He's like, I'm not watching this anymore. The funny part is he would have to turn off our camera so he could still see us, even though
That doesn't scare me.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little.
JC, what are you doing?
Hi, everybody.
That's my special boy.
He's getting in there. Oh, okay.
Hi,
Let's just all do it. Okay. That was it. For those listening and not watching, it was a visual gag. So go to the YouTube channel, will you?
Go to the YouTube.
That is definitely somewhere we could use some more hits. Is the YouTube. We get plenty of downloads on all the platforms, but hey, go to YouTube. The link's on the website.
You.
If again, email me, I'll send you the link. whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Oh wait, I'm sorry. How rude of me. Miss Peanut Gallery, how was your week?
How was your week, honey?
Well, thanks, dear. I mean, other than the fact that I have a dinner plate sized bruise on my hip and you saw my foot.
What did you do?
Long story short, I got taken out by a paddleboard.
She needs to have a better attitude. That's
Jason beat me.
Okay. Only one of you can talk at a time.
Yeah, Jason,
that's not true.
Turn.
No.
Motherfuckers.
Especially with the echo in the dining room.
Yeah, what do you shut the fuck up?
You can talk to Jason
really,
that way,
seriously.
but you don't want to talk to me that way.
All right, good.
Anyway, no, I got taken out by a paddleboard in a windstorm.
That is true.
Stood up on the paddleboard and paddled around just fine. Didn't get hurt until I went to put the damn thing away. And the wind.
So you wrecked yourself.
With it.
She didn't check herself.
I
but she
did
did
not
wreck
check
herself.
myself, and I most certainly wrecked myself.
Well, it was one of those like you could see the clouds, like you could see the clouds coming in. Like you could go, oh, it's kind of dark out there.
We were out in the lake
But
swimming.
we get up to get on the pier to like put the cover back on their pontoon boat and everything, and all of a sudden it just it's like it got windy, but like there was a couple little sporadic gusts where it's actually like you're losing your balance.
Oh yeah, you guys forgot about that.
So
well, yeah.
And that paddleboard straight up attacked her.
Took me out.
Yeah.
Well, I was glad I grabbed the side of the boat, or I would have been back in the water. Probably with several more impressive bruises from hitting the knock on the way down.
Man, that was, and kudos to you for actually posting the pictures on Facebook, because that is a gnarly bruise.
Dude, this is my episode. I have no shame. So
well, let's kick. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, TJ.
Well, I was just gonna
Why
say,
don't you start talking not at the same time. You fucking...
Oh, fuck you, Jason.
Go ahead, TJ.
All right.
Never mind. Let's move on.
All right. Well, let's kick it off with the embarrassing stories edition. I have a special guest hiding behind the green screen because she doesn't want to be on camera.
Peanut 1 and Peanut 2. Hi, Peanut 2.
Yeah, Peanut 2. So I need to give her the headphones. She's already got a mic back there so she can tell her story. Hang on. Oh, God.
Stop it.
Burping everywhere.
Quit showing off.
That's going to be good with the echo in the room.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to have to get Lynn a mic.
I can actually still hear.
No,
All right, talk.
move your chair. Move your fucking foot, honey.
Hey,
Ouch.
Hey,
Hey. Shut up.
hey,
Hey.
hey.
Hey. There we
What
go.
did I walk into?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. Well, hello, fellow Podskers. I was listening to a previous What the Hell podcast where you were asked to share a funny, embarrassing story, and one in particular came to mind. I was working in Silicon Valley at the time as a customer service rep, and our company allocated piece part orders for customers. I created an Excel spreadsheet, which we would send to our customers with their particular allocations. There was a particular customer I didn't trust not to change his allocations, so I password protected his spreadsheet. And I was in a hurry, and the only password I can think of at the time, I know it's going to be gross, but it was the word vagina.
That's not gross.
That's freaking hilarious, though.
Well,
I was expecting the story
Your
to be, I
password, sir, is.
thought the password was going to be password or something.
no.
That's not embarrassing.
No.
Well, yeah, no.
So,
Tell me that's the password
Yeah.
you use.
so I sent him the spreadsheet, never thinking I would ever have to give him the password. So, Yeah.
All right.
So apparently he had a conversation with my boss about his allocations. He wasn't happy about them. And my boss comes out of his office and he's standing right behind me. My boss was a former police officer, big guy, 6 foot. He was really intimidating. And so he says, get this customer on the phone. Let's see what's going on. So I get the customer on the phone. My boss is standing
You're
behind
called
me.
on the carpet. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Right.
And then my boss says, yeah, go ahead and give him the password.
Are you sure? Can't I just type it in for him?
I was
Mortified, probably, knowing you.
mortified. My face was turning red. I didn't know what the heck to do. I'm like, how am I going to get myself out of this situation?
I
'Cause
am going to-
not going to say what the password is.
I'm going to actively set my password to that.
Yeah.
for
So,
everything. So if you don't want to break into my accounts, the password is vagina.
yes. So somehow I managed, I think I said something, I need to fix this couple of things on here. So let me just fix it and then I'll send the spreadsheet back to you. And that's how I got out of that. But so the lesson of the day, boys and girls, is be careful what word you use to password protect a document.
Or make it even worse than the original one.
I gotta give that one. We gotta give that one.
See, it was very good that you were able to talk yourself out of
Oh
that.
my gosh. Yeah.
Because, like, at that point, like, if I wasn't confident that I could talk myself out of that, I would have debated, like, just straight up quitting and being like, yeah, your password's vagina. It's another code you couldn't crack, and then just walked out.
Drop the mic.
Like,
Oh my
but
god.
I'm like, I'm going to write it down for you, and you're not allowed to say it out loud. So don't laugh. It's a breach of security protocol.
Or just be glad you didn't put like exclamation points after it. That way, when
Oh
you
my
password, you
gosh.
have to go vagina.
I still
Yes.
think you should add an
All
adjective.
caps.
Okay, all caps.
All caps and an adjective.
You should didn't make it some like derivative of vagina, like you didn't make it like vajayjay or like something. Like that. That would've been-
Or even worse, just make his password all one word. I fucking hate this guy.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I have at least 2 passwords that are fuck this shit. I couldn't remember the password to change it. They kept telling me use an old password.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that was my funny story.
That's pretty good.
Well, thank you, peanut number 2.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Again, more applause. There you go. Let me get my headphones back here. Oh, there we go. So even though she doesn't want to be on camera, she's a real person. I didn't make my wife up.
I don't know. They have voice disguising software, Sean.
I have voice disguising software on my little thingy here, but it doesn't sound like that. She when she heard that we were going to do embarrassing stories, she told that one. It's like, okay, I'll tell that one on the show. Just don't put me on
I don't
camera.
know. I still think that Milo did a really good impression of your wife.
Oh God,
When did you teach Milo to talk?
Milo is my dog, people.
See, but that was more like a personal embarrassing story. Like she dodged the actual embarrassment.
True, skillfully.
I was going to say.
Skillfully too, because she was in full panic mode on. Oh my God, how am I going to explain this one?
Yeah.
Well.
That was a good one.
Well, shit, Diana.
All righty, who's next? Jason, magnificent jackass.
JC.
With a nickname like that, you have to have some.
Yeah, don't hit me.
Get your fingers out of there.
Yeah, don't bruise her fingers along with whatever else you bruised. Nothing?
What? Oh,
Jason,
sorry.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
By the way, you're recording a podcast right now, in case you didn't
Yeah,
realize.
dead air is great for it.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
Do you want me to tell mine, honey?
No,
Okay.
because we don't care about yours.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Well, it's another one of those where I'm not sure if it's like specifically the being fully on, like embarrassed by it, but I mean it is kind of a funny story. But
Okay, we'll take it.
at a wedding reception. So a couple friends, they were over in PA. They were at a not an event center. It was like a banquet hall or whatever. And they had a friend of theirs bartending who was making Jack and Cokes, but making them a lot more Jack than they were Coke. And as you're drinking, you don't necessarily realize as you're putting one or two down
After
after
you're getting white girl wasted.
yeah, after a while you start going like, where the hell did that? Yeah, when did that happen?
Why can't I walk behind?
That one just snuck right past Jason, or you just didn't care.
Oh, I didn't see it.
TJ got it. He fell over. Sorry, go on.
Are you okay?
I'm listening.
You okay, buddy? Okay. Well, at one point, now that we're into realizing that you're so even after it would have been a year or two after that party, I was still learning details of because apparently, so you get drunk and one of the friends of ours, she wanted she drunkenly wanted her back cracked, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. And did one of those where you're kind of like giving somebody a bear, the old bear hug back crack, whatever it is. But all I remember, at least from that point, is going like, oh, I can do that, and kind of doing the thing and like lifting up, and then a split second later going, why am I sitting on the floor?
Because you kind of did a thing. That's why.
Yeah, because you do that, and I'm just like sitting there, and I like turn my head, like it didn't hit until I turned my head and went like, there's the edge of the table, like right there. I'm like,
When did this
so
happen?
why am I on the floor? So now between after that, there was at least an hour and a half that I've completely lost. Like I don't even know what the hell happened.
He's done
But
lots of funny.
I
things
remember
there, too.
until I actually found out later. I remember somebody putting me into an Uber, but I couldn't tell you who had put me into Uber or who I was in the Uber with. But somehow got back to the hotel and actually like nobody actually like took me to my room. I just like stepped out of the Uber and then all of a sudden went, oh, I'm back in my room. Right.
So you were drunk and got a concussion from hitting the floor.
Well, honestly, actually, no, I went straight down on my ass. Like I just like immediately sat down and went, wait, why am I on the floor?
He went, yeah, I'll crack your back. Sit on my lap.
That would have actually at least
That's
been
his
better.
pickup line.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's a real shitty pickup line.
Hey man, he got me, so
That is exactly how I got her.
So
Was your back cracked? Yeah.
that's not creepy at all.
Oh,
Right.
Good job, bud.
but
Well,
I do have,
like
I mean,
I said,
apparently you are sending me back massagers, so
we'll stop needing them.
I do have a similar story to that.
all
You,
right.
you forgot the word door in between back and massager.
No. No. Slaps.
Anyways,
Ow!
I'm gonna push through that.
Go for it.
So
Wrangle it in.
while there wasn't alcohol involved, believe it or not, this is a marijuana based thing. So we're all hanging out at a house one night, you know, just doing our usual thing. There's a poker game going on, dudes playing video games, just a little party, little shindig.
Some
I'm sitting on the-
shenanigans.
I'm sitting on the couch playing video games. My buddies call me over, come take a hit of the bong. Okay. But usually when I did that, I was sitting down. This time I was standing up over their old kitchen table. So I did the deal, and then I stood up and got a head rush with lungs full of weed smoke. That caused me to pass out
Oh
Jesus.
God.
and just crack my head off a fucking bookshelf.
Oh.
Goddamn lightweight.
It wasn't one of those, was it?
No,
Oh, okay.
much cheaper.
Oh,
But the worst part is when I came to, like, I wasn't out for that long, but when I came to, I opened my eyes and I'm looking up, and I don't know if it's probably similar in Ohio, but the basement wasn't completely finished, so it didn't have like the drop ceiling, so you could still see like the wood and all that stuff, which was the exact same as the ceiling in my room. So I opened my eyes and I went, I'm back in my room. Why am I back in my room? And then I picked my head up, and all my friends are just staring at me like,
What the fuck, dude? That's funny.
so I pulled myself to my feet and I went, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. It's,
I think I would be too after that.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, I'll go. Embarrassing story, and this is more embarrassing and nasty than anything else. But and TJ will realize where I'm going halfway into the story. So there's a point where TJ lived down here in Texas with me, and you know, I had my kids half the time, and you know, being single dad and all that, our thing, keep it cheap, keep it fun, was take the kids to the park, take them to the park, play around. Look, he knows where I'm going. He knows where I'm going, and you know, we'd throw the.
It's one of my favorite stories.
Like Christmas.
So and you can tell this is true because he had no idea I was going here. So we take the kids to the park, and the girls are playing on the swings or whatever, and TJ and I are throwing the football with my son, who at the time is, I don't know, 10, right, little guy.
That was kind of our thing when we went to the park.
And you know, we're goofing around, and then TJ would, we'd rough tackle him a little bit and all that. So we're throwing the football around, and at one point we're basically playing keep away. And what I had not shared with anybody is I had been going through about 3 days of severe gastrointestinal distress.
Oh no.
And when I say distress, and you can already tell where the story's going, I was literally peeing out my butthole. There was no solid involved. So we're playing a game of keep away from Ryland, and somehow or another I get tackled, and TJ decides to jump on my belly.
So no. I didn't jump. I full on macho man elbow dropped you.
Right on the belly, which there's only one way for the belly to go, and he hit me, and I went.
So I didn't know any of this, because I was like, I'm gonna elbow drop him, but I don't want to do it on his heart. Like, his stomach's probably the best place to do it.
So he elbow drops me. I squirt my pants, straight liquid. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, and I immediately get up. I'm like, gotta go home. I gotta run home. I'll be right back. And he's like, what? I'm like, shit my pants. You made me shit my pants. I gotta go. And I'm like, watch my kids. I'll be back because right now I got chocolate water running down my leg.
Oh.
Hershey squirts.
And so
Just
I fucking I disappear, and I'm trying not to run too hard because I'm afraid it's gonna keep coming out. Because the park was inset
With a
from the
waddle.
street.
yeah. But that conversation we had, you were like literally right before the Spurfin because you just popped up and started fucking running.
Sounds about right.
And the worst part is I'm yelling this to explain why I'm leaving as I'm running away, so all the houses around us can hear that this guy
No.
running to the car just shit his pants.
No, but I had, and this is saying something because I was still like, I want to say I was still in like my mid-20s at the time.
You
You know,
were.
I had to turn on the jets to catch up to him and be like, dude, what's going on? And he's like, I just shit my pants. Watch my kids. And then he got in his car and fucking sped off.
Pulled a CM Punk on SmackDown.
Oh my god. So
Ugh.
there you go. And again, no fault to TJ. He had no idea that.
Oh, no. Because I would have
Yeah.
never done it.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll do that one next. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I'm gonna write that down.
Your Peanut 2 in the background.
Peanut 2 in the background. But that's a good one because I had not written that one down, so I can cross that one off. All right. Who else has got another one? That so far I'm taking the cake. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you definitely win. Neither of mine are as funny as that.
Maybe we should have left yours for the end.
I got Steph just reminded me of a good one, so it may
The
not be
end.
quite as good as
Well, the end. All right,
as liquid Hershey squirts,
Got
but
it, Jason.
shut up.
I'm sorry you're not funny.
Hey,
the best part though was watching TJ's reaction as he lost his shit, realizing what story I was about to tell because we haven't talked about that in 15 years.
Fucking years.
losing his shit about someone losing their shit.
Applause. Yeah. Good one for Jason. We'll give him that. Yes. All right, Lynn.
All right, so yeah, mine again. I have no shame, so like, I'm usually the person that's like, oh, guess what the fuck I did. But there was one when my brother and I went to the movies, and I believe it was Avengers: Age of Ultron. It was just me and my younger brother. It was like a matinee. It wasn't very busy, but you know, at a certain point, those movies are fucking long. I had to get up and I had to pee. So I'm like, all right, I'll be back. I'll be back. So I go out. I don't know what the hell. I am not paying attention. Apparently, I was just really focused on I have to pee. So I'm like, all right, bathroom in. I don't know how I didn't realize I did not walk into the women's room. I walked into the men's room.
I knew that was.
Don't know how I missed it walking in. It was empty, but like I would have had to walk right by the urinals.
I was gonna say the row of fucking urinals didn't tip you out.
Yeah, no, I don't know how the fuck I missed that. But like, all right, so I'm in the stall, I pee, whatever, and I don't really register until someone else comes in, and I'm like, wait a minute, they're standing at a urinal. I'm like, motherfucker. So
And her first thought was, that's a really acrobatic woman.
So I had to do the whole ninja roll where I'm like, I'm just gonna leave and book it out. And I'm just laughing because as I'm leaving, I see the guy do a double take. Like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, nope, out, bye.
I'm gonna
Hey,
run down the hall so he doesn't know what theater I go into.
Right. I was like, my backup plan was just to be like, hey, I identify as a man. You can't tell me I can't be in here, but let's be real. I was like, yeah, I needed to use the men's room apparently instead of the women's room in a public.
But it's a little different for you because like where you go, it's in a stall, so it's not like
right,
everybody's
it
gonna
wasn't
walk
like
in and
that.
see anything. So
see
you
that
literally
second
probably
word,
could have
I was
looked at him and went,
No.
you know what? I just walked into the wrong one. Oops.
Yeah. But it was, I walked around to my brother, I was like, you will never fucking guess what I just did. And he's like, you're an idiot. I don't pay attention to shit. I'm so oblivious. Like, I just didn't even realize it until
That's a
after
pretty
the
good one.
fact.
That's a
That-
pretty good one.
See, I have to pay attention to that. Otherwise, I'll end up on the sex offender list.
Yeah, you might. But I think that's for the mustache, not for the bathroom incident.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. She dissed the
You
push
wanted to keep
broom.
her on here, so
And I will never, ever get rid of it now.
I wouldn't. Actually, we'll do a
TJ, you don't have to make out with me, so it doesn't really matter what you have on your face.
we'll do a solidarity thing. I'll try to grow one too.
Good
Let's
luck,
go.
with it, honey.
We'll see how well it goes. It might not go very well.
I think at a minimum, you need to go on to Amazon and buy one of the glue-on Freddie Mercury stashes.
That's a hard pass, my
I
friend.
want-
You
I
ever
want-
want to kiss me again? You
want
better
the
not have it on your face.
I want handlebar.
Handlebars.
He wants
There you
the
go.
old timey villain mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way he can just stand there, go on the camera, and go.
Well, Jason, if you wanted to break up with me, you could have just said so.
Oh, is it that easy? Oh.
Get the curly one. And just look at Lynn and go, fuck around. I'm going to tie you to a train track.
Oh,
Lead to a top hat.
oh, that was funny. Oh, all right. Who else has got another one? That was pretty good. Bless you.
So I don't know if I told this story on the podcast or not. So I apologize if this is a repeat. But back in, my earlier days, the thing to do was, throw a kegger every weekend. So that's what we did. And I think it was a Saturday morning, I woke up and I got a phone call from my best friend. And he goes, how's your face? And I felt fine because back in those days, like I could bounce back.
God, I miss those days.
Right?
I know.
Truth.
But I was like, it feels fine. He's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, yeah. Why? You don't remember last night? No.
Oh,
What
boy.
happened? Dude, you let everybody at that party slap you in the face as hard as they could.
That's great. Party game.
With the tortilla.
With a tortilla.
No, just
Ah!
Was it
open
because of the
hand
mustache?
slap.
Yes, it was because of the mustache.
I didn't have the mustache at the
Oh,
time.
never mind.
They knew.
This is for what you're going to do.
That's what you-
You sit in the corner and think about what you're gonna do.
here's by the way,
Did you
we
wake-
have
did you wake up and it didn't hurt? Like not
I'm-
Nothing.
I'm
My
glad-
face wasn't even red.
I'm glad you brought this up because we have a replay of that party for you.
Yeah.
Pansies.
No, because I was told somebody would slap me, like, and if it wasn't hard enough, I would fucking look at him and go, "You slap like a bitch."
Oh my
it is the proper response.
See.
god. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
was
good.
I was insane when I was younger.
That's pretty good. I don't think I've ever been that bad where I'm gonna allow a lot of people just fucking slap me for no reason. I
For
don't
no
think so.
reason. Yeah.
Especially when you see like that's half of the episodes of ridiculousness, and you see all these people get knocked out in one open hand slap.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, there wasn't like a ginormous dude there or anything.
I tell you, like the video we watched last week where The Rock and Kevin Hart were doing rock paper scissors tortillas,
yeah.
and at the end of it, The Rock's like, "You slapped the shit out of me."
Yeah.
I got scared. I got scared.
You moved your head. You moved your head.
God. All right, Jason, you got another one? You want me to go?
You go. I'll have to think
All
about
right. So my wife,
There's got to be another one in here somewhere. I'll just,
oh, there's that very expensive GI Joe doll. I know that story.
that's not really necessarily an embarrassing story, though.
Yeah, it really isn't. Not that bad.
Well, I mean, I can tell it anyway.
We'll see. I'll let you think about it while I take this one.
Well, no, now you mentioned it. Now I want to go.
Okay, fucking go then. Damn.
No, I changed my mind. You go.
I knew you were gonna do that shit.
No, you
TJ
didn't.
did too. Look, TJ's still rolling his eyes.
All right, so I'm gonna start telling my story then.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I would also like to say that part of this is the beginning of it is the mentality of like a late teen. So you kind of go like, it'll be
I
fine.
know what story this is.
So this is when Hills was still a department store. And
Nobody knows what that is.
It was before my time. I have no frame of
Hills
reference
was
for this.
all right. Let me revise that sentence. Hills was a department store.
There you go.
There you go.
Sometimes it was right next to a red barn.
Nobody knows what that is.
Again, that might be
It was a
just an
restaurant.
Ohio thing,
I don't know. Whatever.
You're showing your age, honey.
Like I have to show that.
right?
So
So
Back
Hills
when
was
we
a
went to
department
Kmart.
store.
I got sent there to, I think it was to buy like a carafe, like a coffee pot or whatever. Like we must have been broke here or whatever. So hey, run to the store and go buy a coffee pot. Well, I, in my infinite wisdom, because it was one of those, where you're like, you have that rebellious thing, like, oh, let me go try something. So I tried to go for like the most minuscule thing I could think of to essentially steal, which was at the time was a little GI Joe guy. So
Which one?
I don't remember which one.
Oh, that's
Had to have
just-
been like Snake Eyes or something like that, because I don't think I would have picked up many of the other
I'm
ones.
about to say it better have been at least a good one for what you're about to attempt.
No. So you're kind of doing the thing and kind of looking around or whatever. Now there is an end to this that I didn't know about until Dad was telling me the story of what the security guard said.
Oh, Jesus. Jack.
So I do the thing, and I don't remember if I think I did actually buy the coffee. I don't remember. But as I'm leaving, I get stopped, and it's like, fuck. And I didn't have it in the brain, that part of my brain, to go like, okay, considering who had actually stopped me, I probably could have outrun him, but didn't think of that immediately. In my, what Lynn loves to call my my Labrador conscience.
Your guilty lab
I was
conscience.
like, oh, all right.
You got me.
All right. And he takes me back in, and they're doing the thing, and they call the house. Well,
Oh,
at the
dear.
time, Mom and Dad were having a garage sale, so they've got a garage full of like
I love
people
this
people
guy.
who are browsing. And
Oh yeah, this is the best part of the
Our-
story.
our-
What a jerk.
my sister, our sister, answers the phone, and whoever the Hills person was is talking to her or whatever, and she just blurts out like, right off the bat, "Mom, Dad, Jason's at Hills and just got picked up for shoplifting."
Yells
Like,
in front of
right out
everyone.
loud in the garage. And
In
it's like
front
one of those like,
everyone.
okay. Now, the thing that the part that I, not at the time when it happened, wasn't very ideal, but now that I can look back on it, it is actually kind of one of the better parts that I like of the story. Was that is the first time ever in my life that I've ever heard my dad say the word fuck 3 times in one sentence. If I remember correctly, what the line is, "You're fucking lucky you haven't lost every fucking privilege you ever fucking had." And then go get the truck. And it's like, okay.
Oh,
And and now, and so the other better part of that is, so his dad's talking to the guy. Now, the guy was kind of like, he did one of those where he's like, look, he goes, I recognize when people are here like doing this kind of thing. It's like, this wasn't like some kind of thing where Dad had to worry about it. He's like, no, it was like a fluke and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, whatever it was. He goes, but he actually did it like pretty much right in front of one of the things where somebody's like looking through the mirror, like, oh, look, there's somebody stealing something.
yeah.
So apparently I chose the wrong aisle.
Oh, criminal math.
Right in
What's
front
the
of her.
problem? You didn't canvass the place.
Apparently not. That's a mirror. There's no such thing as one-way or two-way mirrors. What are you talking about? One way, two. Wait, which one?
I'm gonna
It's
stand right next to the loss prevention office while I do this.
right. Hey guys,
I'm gonna
look at
tuck
this.
I'm gonna tuck it in, and then I'm gonna adjust in the mirror to make sure that you can't see it. The guy on the other end's going,
What the actual fuck?
Would have only made it better if you were like looking at the mirror and just went, "How you like that, bitch?" And but no,
That's
They're just
No,
watching you going, this motherfucker ain't gonna make it out of the store.
definitely no pre-planning, and definitely, yeah, like I said,
you know,
that was
fortunately,
one of the things. Like shortly after it was like, "Fuck, I could have actually outrun that guy."
you know,
Damn it.
fortunately for you, cell phones weren't around back then because that whole episode would have wound up on YouTube.
Oh god, yeah.
Like dumb little shits trying to steal, part 3,
Pretty much.
narrated by Rob Dyrdek. Oh, I'm gonna get me this little GI Joe right here. I'm gonna tuck it right here next to my junk.
I would have been young enough. I might have still had the mullet by then.
Yeah.
God, mullet.
No, you probably didn't, because then you wouldn't have gotten the, he's a good kid. He just did something stupid. You probably wouldn't have got that if you were rocking the mullet at that point.
I don't know. The Labrador conscience and all the crying might have helped.
No.
Which I don't think I did. I don't remember, but that's
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good story.
That was
My criminal master.
that was not ideal.
I got a similar one when I was like 13, but
Bring
it wasn't me stealing.
Bring it.
So I I would hang out with these how do I put this?
Questionable fellows.
Yes, there we go. Perfect.
Fellows of ill repute.
So we walked up to this party store and I didn't know they were planning this, but they were planning on snatching a pack of cigarettes and running out of the store. And this is obviously a time before they had to keep everything behind the counter.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So I didn't know this. I'm standing in there reading a WWF magazine. I see them bolt out of the store. I bolt out after. I realize I still have the magazine in my hand.
Accidental thievery.
Accidental felon.
Being the person I am, I went to turn around and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I had this. And motherfucker grabbed me by the wrist. The cops got called. Mom came up.
Ooh.
Like, yeah,
Ooh.
not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight.
Yeah. Ooh, no. Accident. That's even worse though, because it was just purely accidental.
That's true.
What's even worse was when she showed up, I was sitting in the back of a cop car.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, okay. No.
Did you at least get to keep the magazine?
No, I
That
gave it
motherfucker
back.
should be framed right now.
We keep reminding each other of stories. Now I have another one that I just thought of. Actually, this one involves, I think you actually heard this one when you stopped out the last time, and it involves Dad.
Okay.
So, and actually, as we're doing that, you continue. It's fucking hot in here. I'm gonna go close the windows and turn the air on.
Hang on a second. What did you say?
All right.
No, it was WWE.
No.
It's wrestling. All right. Well, while he's doing that, I will go into the story.
Hold on. What did you just ask?
Stephanie said, "What magazine was it? Playboy?"
Because then it would have been worth it.
Because it would have been worth it,
No, because I wouldn't have gotten away with it.
right? Oh, so I'll tell the story that Stephanie reminded me of, and I had legitimately forgot about this, but this is a classic, and yeah, it's embarrassing, but it was pretty funny. So back in the day, I used to host karaoke at a bar that a friend of mine owned.
I remember this.
And and it was usually Thursday nights, and for whatever reason I was expecting, was it my birthday, dear?
No.
Okay. For whatever reason, I had invited a lot of people, and a lot of people said they were going to come to the bar, have some drinks, do karaoke, on this night. And so I was excited, and and people were coming, and so I had to get to the bar a little bit early to make sure everything was set up and check the sound and all that shit, right? And so, Steph was going to come and all that. So I get in and I'm setting everything up. I'm setting up the microphone, setting up the stands, and running the cables. And I set up the microphone on the stand, and then I made the mistake of squatting down to adjust the stand and the cable, and split my shorts from nuts all the way to the fucking waist on the back end. Like wide fucking, like not a little slit, like, and they were baggy shorts anyway, so the it was actually hanging.
What'd you
And
call me?
it was all the way down. So from the very front, right about the halfway point of the nuts, all the way around to the back, wide open, and it was like, I was like, oh shit! And then I felt, and so I called Stephanie, and I'm like, I need you to get up here now and bring me some shorts. She's like, what? I'm like, I just split my fucking pants all the way up. There is no, you can see whatever my underwear was at the time. It was a wide open gap. They probably were tidy whities. And I'm like, yeah, everyone's getting ready to show up, and my pants are done. And she's like, oh my God, you're kidding me. I'm like, who fucking makes that joke?
You'd be surprised.
So people are showing up, and I'm holding onto the ass of my pants like I just shit them. Right? Like I'm doing this, like, hey guys, how you doing? Have a seat. And they're like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. Stephanie finally shows up, and I grab these pants and I run to the bathroom, and I come back out. She hasn't even seen how bad it is. And I'm like, here, take these. She goes, I think she went just barely outside the door and held them up to see how bad the rip was. And that was the first time I even noticed how bad it was. And I'm like, I might as well have just been wearing the waistband at that point, and just from a squat, right? Not a full down, because I'm like, hey, I'm not getting all the way down on my knees. Just squat it down, and I guess it probably looked like what happens when Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk. Just.
I was gonna say TJ will kind of appreciate this. Remember Batista on Raw the one time?
Oh yeah.
Goes to give somebody a spine buster and comes up and the entire back leg of his jeans ripped open, and then has to like play it off all cool, like jumping out of the ring, like, yeah, I showed him, and you're all like,
You showed everybody.
see that? Yeah.
Just whipped that dude's ass. Gotta go fix my pants.
I see London, I see France.
Yeah, that was this, because I mean the bar isn't even that big, and again, I probably had 20 people showing up, and it was busier than I had ever seen it. And fortunately, Steph got, because we didn't live far, so Steph got there just in time when people started showing up. So I'm going to say it was 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, and people were just showing up, and she finally shows up with these pants. Otherwise, I was just going to walk around and own it like I was TJ, getting my face slapped. Just what? But yeah, so split my pants all the way. Why do all my embarrassing stories have to do with my rear end?
I was gonna say, I sense a theme going on with Sean's story.
Crack kills, man.
It definitely did that day. Let me tell you. That's a good one. I'm actually glad that she reminded me of that one. I had completely forgot. That's better than the other story I had planned. All right, so you thought of another one, Jason, before you went to turn on the AC.
I did. This one, so way back when I first got my license, which was
When dinosaurs
a
roamed the earth.
long time ago.
He rode his Brontosaurus to school.
Like one of my first, at least opportunities to drive a car was Dad's 77 Ford truck. This is a large black, just,
Solid steel.
Yeah, solid
fiberglass.
steel with the cap on it and everything. This is a large vehicle, but it was, got me from point A to point B. So, and so one of the days it's raining and it's after like a high school basketball game, and a bunch of us were going to the local Pizza Hut to go hang out. So I'm going up the road. Now, like I said, it's raining enough that you can't see clearly out of the mirrors, the side mirrors.
Right.
You can see general shapes and like shit. You can see lights and like shit like that, but you can't actually see like what's behind you and whatever else. So me and a buddy of mine are driving up the street, and all of a sudden we see police lights, or whatever, police, ambulance, whatever they were, lights behind us. So we're like, oh shit, yeah, pull over. And we're sitting there, and the lights didn't go by, and we're just sitting there. So I went, oh, okay, well, maybe they stopped or whatever. Put it in drive, kind of hit the gas a little bit to kind of go out like this, and then went, oh shit, did I just get pulled over? So I go back over and park, because again, like I said, I could only see the lights. I couldn't see if there was an officer coming. Couldn't see. They didn't look close enough to actually be like they were pulling me over. So of course I'm, what is it, like fleeing the scene or whatever it is. So, I come out, I didn't get far, like came out and then pulled back over and went, oh, fuck. And I'm sitting there, and then there's the knock on the window. Roll the window down. I can't remember what he said, but, it was obviously some kind of thing like, oh, you going somewhere? And I'm like, not anymore. And he
Typical smart ass.
he does the whole thing, and so this is my first experience now, because he did whatever. Now it must have obviously been because I started driving away, but he has this buddy of mine, and I get out and sit in the back of his cruiser while he's doing his thing. So I'm this teenage kid, just almost shitting myself, sitting in the back of a police cruiser going, the fuck, like, what the fuck did I do?
You're a flight risk.
Oh yeah. So, he does the whole thing. He even said when he gave me the ticket, he's like, what, you can, it's fine if you go to, like the Pizza Hut to meet your friends or whatever. If somehow you get pulled over again on the way home, just show the other officer this ticket and kind of go, oh no, I'm on my way home. So he was at least like nice about it or whatever. And I kind of went, oh, fuck that. And got in the truck, turned it around and went home. And I get home
That's
and,
my guilty lab.
telling mom and dad about the whole thing about getting pulled over, not realizing the reason I got pulled over is dad didn't renew the plates for 6 months. I got pulled over in his truck because his tags were expired.
Did he
So
pay
here
the
I am.
ticket?
Was that?
Did he pay the ticket?
I think he did, but like,
Okay.
I'm sitting here
I was
sharing,
gonna say, I'm not paying that ticket.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there sharing this story, like not necessarily scared out of my mind, but going like, I just got fucking pulled over. He's back here laughing. I'm like, fucking jerk. What are you laughing at? This is your fault. So
Yeah, because
he probably called them and told them where you were.
he might have.
no, but he's probably gotten that ticket. Like, if you don't renew your tabs for like 6 months, I have to imagine you get that ticket a few times. So he's been through that whole rigmarole.
Oh yeah.
You just
Actually, I
got
don't-
thrown into the fire.
I don't think he had got pulled over, because by the time I got home and showed him the ticket, that's when the light bulb went off and he was like,
Oh shit.
oh shit. Yeah, I didn't renew the plate. I'm like,
That was
Well-
when, oh, I knew I forgot something.
well, thanks. So yeah, that was the other one from.
I got one. It's stupid. I'll tell it. But back in the day, this long time ago, this is before Office Max and Office Depot were the same fucking company. Okay. And so at work, I would do these evaluations, and we'd have to print them out and leave them at the stores we were at. And so, of course, I got this little travel printer that runs on a battery that's an inkjet, and it's got really small ink, cartridges. And so we would have to go to Office Max to get our ink cartridges, because we had cards for, credit cards for there. So I'm like, shit, I need ink. So I haul ass and go in, and I go and find the damn thing and all that, and get to the cash register and, put it there. And, guy gives a total, give him the credit card's declined. Well, you better fucking run it again. There's got to be plenty of money on there. There's no shortage of money. Decline. And at this point, I'm starting to get irritated because I'm running behind already, right? It's going to take me a while. And I'm like, can you get a manager? And, and Paige is a manager and all that. And tries again, and finally the guy looks up and he goes, sir, this is an Office Depot credit card. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you're at Office Max. And I'm
Whoops.
like,
About on par with my left right story.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
sorry about that, bro. I'm an idiot.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm a dumbass.
Lynn should tell you the story about when her and her friends left the Backstreet
Oh
Boys
my
concert.
God.
Okay,
This is
tell them.
only funny because now I continue to make the same mistake, and
That's
I'm
true.
pretty sure I have a brain tumor and I'm gonna die. But
Actually, that she made that mistake actually on our
several times
on our way home from this
several
weekend.
times since. So
So-
anyway, we're leaving the Backstreet Boys concert, and I'm the navigator. You know, we finally get out of the parking lot jam. We're getting onto the road. You know, we're in an unfamiliar city because we were down in Arizona, and you know, I'm looking at the GPS, and the GPS is very clearly telling me to turn right onto the street where we were leaving. But for some reason, my brain registers as, oh, you have to turn left. Not sure why.
I thought that was the other way around.
It was a right turn, but I was telling Tiffany, like, no, you
okay.
need to go left. And she's like, I can't go left here. And I looked at her, I'm like, Tiffany, everyone is going left. And I'm doing it with my hands. And as my hands go to the right, while I'm saying you're going left, I'm like, oh my God, I just confused my left and my right. And my friends are fucking howling. They're like, really? We're going left? And I'm like, shut up, guys.
So that's the Lynn left.
But so now,
At that point, you get
left.
demoted.
But then I did it again the next
No.
day.
Oh, she did do it again the next
I
day.
did it again the next day. And like, it was like, we made a couple jokes about it, but then I fucking did it again. I was like, oh my God. Like my entire reality came crashing down because I'm like, oh my God, why do I suddenly not know my left from my right? And I've done it like at least 4 times since then where I'm like, well, you're turning right. And they're like, no, that's a left,
Gotcha.
or like the other way around.
Yeah, we were coming home from her
Oh my
parents' house.
God.
And there's a certain spot where you're turning back onto, I think it's Route 3 or
Something
something
like
like that. I
that.
don't remember, but it's a left turn. And she said something about making a right. I'm like, no, we're and then the light bulb goes off.
I'm
Like,
like, no,
like
oh.
I did it again. Like,
I swear to God, this keeps like
I-
I have a brain tumor or something. I can no longer tell left from right.
I'm just going to go on record and say thanks for not being a teacher anymore.
Oh, right? I quit being a kindergarten teacher and all of a sudden I'm stupid.
Well, I'm going to go out on record saying, I think you might need to take a driving test again.
It's
You
not
might
the
be in
actual
danger.
physical- No, it's not
Actually-
the actual physical driving. I would make the correct turn. I'm just convinced in my mind
that's the
that
other.
the directions are switched.
Going left.
So like if I see the arrow, I can turn that way. I just am sitting here thinking, oh, it's a left turn and I'm turning right. Like
That's my favorite part of at least the initial story is
I was so convinced I was
getting
right.
frustrated with her friend.
I was
Like,
like,
no,
no,
everybody's
Tiffany,
going
everyone's
left.
going left. And I made the
Yeah.
motion with my hands and went, oh my God. And we're just busted out laughing. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
I'm gonna blame it on the contact high from all the weed at the Backstreet Boys concert.
Well, but to be fair, I've done it since then. So that only explains the first time. Now the wires are crossed and I can't tell left from right anymore.
Right.
You got to start doing this deal where, like, I got to make the L's with my hand, and the one that
Right?
makes
Be like,
the-
hold on,
the
guys, let me-
forward L. The one that makes the forward L is my left hand.
I tell you what, nothing makes you question your entire existence faster than being like, oh my God, I literally don't know a basic concept anymore.
This is true.
It's bad. I'm like, holy shit. I don't know my left from my right anymore. This was never an issue until the Backstreet Boys concert.
I don't know if she's still back there. I'm gonna tell one on my wife real quick because this has also happened more than once, and this is your story made me think of this. So one day she's getting ready to go somewhere. I'm not going. I forget what the scenario was. And so I'm like, cool, I can sit around and play some Xbox. Oh, hey, bust out Call of Duty. So she's on her phone, right? She's doing one of these. She's running around the house, and I can tell she's looking for something. I think it's her keys, right? And so she's on the phone. I'm like, and she's freaking out. I'm like, what is your problem? She's like, where's my phone?
In your hand.
As she's talking to somebody on it, and at the same time, me and the person on the phone go, you're on it. And she went like, she did one of these. Oh shit, bye.
Yep.
Happened
That's
more-
about the same. You're like, oh my God.
It's happened more than once.
She's like, I'm only taking half this shame right now.
Oh God. But yeah, that's happened to her more than once. So
I can kind of relate because obviously, Sean, you know, I wear hats all the time. So if I got sunglasses, I'll pull them over if I go inside, and then I'll go, where the fuck are my sunglasses?
I've done that.
There was a pair that I had that I bought off Amazon at one point that were so like so well fitted to like putting them over my ear. Like one of the days I came home and we were still in Vegas and I'm like, we're doing whatever. And we sit down to like watch TV or whatever. And I kind of go like this and go, what the
His sunglasses are still on.
fuck? Yeah.
Well, it's bright in here.
Yeah. I'm like,
damn.
yeah, they sat just perfectly on my head to go. I had no idea they were still there.
Yeah, that's out of stuff like that where you're just going, you're so absent-minded, whether you're on the phone, sunglasses on your head. I mean, you gotta wonder. The whole not figuring out which one is your left side is a little special.
No, I gotta say my favorite one as far as the phone goes is I've heard stories of people grabbing their phone, turning on their flashlight to look for their phone.
Oh God,
That's great.
that is pretty good.
It's fantastic.
That's actually better than being on the phone looking
That
for the
is
phone.
funny.
Like what is this magic voice in my ear as I'm looking for my phone? That goes right back to I only do what the voices in my head tell me to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Rest in peace, the Choco Taco.
Oh yes.
Sorry, random aside. I just saw it on my phone and I remembered.
No, that's
It's
just
bad.
sadness.
Klondike's trying to buy it though.
Good luck.
Childhood staple.
Yep. Childhood. I'll tell an embarrassing story about one of my daughters that will remain nameless. Made a trip,
If I could figure out.
made a road trip up to South Dakota to see my son who was stationed in the Air Force there.
I already figured it out.
And on the way back, of course we did this in a February, right? So the way up was no big deal. The way back hit the fucking worst snow, horrible, it was bad. So wound up finally after getting off a turnpike, wound up in Nebraska and found a rest stop and was like, nope, I'm stopping till it's light because I can't see shit and da-da-da. So sleeping at the rest stop. So get up in the morning. It's like, okay, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom. We got to get on the road and go home. So I truck in, go to the men's restroom, no big deal. Come out, and I guess the women's restroom was closed because the family restroom had a line of about 15 ladies waiting for it. So it's in like the vestibule of the rest stop.
I know what story this is.
Right? And I didn't think anything of it. Get back in the car. Here comes wife and daughter who are dying. They are cracking up. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
What the hell?
What the hell? And so Steph starts telling this story. She's like, well, the women's bathroom was closed. So, had to go into the family restroom and, went at the same time. And my daughter decided to blow it up. Right. It was full on stinky number 2 and full on. Right.
Those are the best kind.
Not knowing that a line had formed outside. And those women could hear all of it.
Okay. In her defense, especially at a rest stop, like
Yeah.
everybody's clearly on a road trip.
Yeah.
Nature calls. You
Yep.
gotta answer, especially at that point. If that's what's coming,
Yeah.
if that's what's coming out of you, like I got no shame. Like, sorry, ladies.
I'm not faulting anybody. Just the situation makes it funny because all 15 of those ladies had to go in there after that, and they walk out like, "Oh, hi, bye." Got the hell out of there really quick. So today, that's the running joke is you can't go back to Nebraska. You blew it up.
They all walk out of there. Well,
You thought that was so funny, honey.
I did.
I was going to get a snack.
Right.
I feel like Sean would appreciate this, considering most of his, at least half of his stories considered were around poop.
Poop.
There's a thing on Instagram I just found. It's a guy called the Toily.
Oh God.
He gives.
Jason,
I love
thinks
this.
is hilarious. I think it's the dumbest motherfucking thing.
uh,
Here is your poop word of the day. Instead of saying you're going to go take a poop, say you're going to go drop a swamp pie.
Drop a what?
Swamp pie.
Oh, God.
There's like,
But he does
50
one.
of
He does
them.
one every.
Here is your poop word of the day. Instead of saying you're going to go take a poop, say you're going to go fill the peanut butter jar. And here is your poop.
So-
Here now is
Jason,
All right, one more.
poop
played
word
those.
of the day. Instead of saying you're going to go take a poop, say you're going to go be anal non-retentive.
Oh my God.
And it just goes. It's.
I don't know if it
And
makes
here's
it
your
better.
poop line of the day.
Oh, it's
Go
terrible.
say you're going to take a big, long, fat stinkums.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if it's better or worse that he's doing it imitating Mickey Mouse.
Right? At first,
Well,
I
I don't know if you can actually-
Did I fall into my Mickey there? I didn't mean
You-
to.
Both you and
I didn't see at first that it's actually supposed to be a puppet of a toilet paper roll. I thought it was a fucking marshmallow. So I'm like, why is this marshmallow telling me poop words? Like, I don't understand what this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Before realizing he's actually a puppet of toilet paper.
The same reason you can't tell your left from your right.
He's got a point.
Here is your poop word of the day. Instead of saying you're going to go take a poop, say you're going to go bake some crab cakes. Here is your
Okay,
poop word
okay,
of
you're cut
Okay,
off.
Okay.
You're
yeah,
cut off.
yeah.
After that
yeah.
one, no.
Can't
That's
go
a,
and think
yeah.
that's funny.
that's a slap one.
Very funny.
Jason, no, Jason, put the
And
fucking phone down. Put the
I don't
fucking
want.
phone down.
I don't want
You're
to
done.
promote this guy's Instagram anymore.
Mute him. Mute him. Mute him.
It's just bad.
This is going to be my closing line for every
Oh
podcast
my
now.
god.
No, no, I refuse.
I love you very much, but I will kill you.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You can pay the rent on your own.
It's only $950, babe.
Well, either way, there you go.
There we go.
You get what you wanted.
I have a
Let's
big
not let's not say that on the recording because now you just made me a TJ accessories.
I was already an accessory. I supported it.
Right.
That's
That's right. Now we have to call you the push broom of doom.
Say you're going to go drop a push broom of doom.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, don't let me drop a push broom of doom. You'll shit yourself.
Apparently, that is now your
I-
wrestling finishing move.
I'm gonna say that was
I
the
put a
elbow.
bow on it. I put a bow on it. That was awesome.
That was the elbow. Yeah, there we go. That was the name of the elbow.
TJ gets a point. It's on the board. Push broom of doom is his new finishing move.
Hmm.
It counts because it finished those shorts. That's for sure. Uh-oh. He's walking away. Oh, God, there it is. He's got the belt.
There we are.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to send you a special prize. I got it in the mail last week.
It's a $14 dildo.
That's
Either that, or let me know TJ's address, and maybe Lionel Bell will send him one too.
You know, Jason, Ohio's not that far from Michigan.
That's true. That is true.
Be careful what you wish
Can't
for.
hire much longer, honey.
I mean, hey, if you want to drive up, have at it.
It's
Down.
down, you dumbass.
Drive
Oh,
up.
there we
Drive
go. Now Jason's directionally challenged. He must have got it from Lynn.
up.
Oh my
Y'all
God,
are rubbing
it's-
off on each
It's
other.
contagious.
It's by osmosis.
It's contagious. Oh, well,
I wanted to say something, but I'm not.
okay. On that note, I am out of embarrassing stories. You guys got any more?
I have no
I think
shame.
I think I'm clean right now.
All righty. I enjoyed that one. That one was pretty funny. I think that's just my opinion. So thanks for sharing those, everybody. Miss Peanut number 2, if she's still back there. If not, she can hear it when she listens to it. Let's wrap it up, as they say. Man, or push broom of many books. What do you got for the What the Hellions?
Y'all know what I'm going to say. Be good to each other, people.
Magnificent Jackass. What do you got for the What the Hellions?
Not just like last week. I would just say, stay classy, insert your hometown here.
That's
Good job, baby.
Insert your hometown here. Miss Peanut, you got anything for What the Hellions?
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Stay fresh, cheese bags. There you go. All right. Well, I'll wrap it up like I always do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, downloading, and we'll catch you on the flip side.